Sleepless nights since the breakup? Tired of feeling sad and empty? If you're ready to finally move on and reclaim your joy, you're in the right place. Welcome to the Unbeatable Heart podcast. I'm your host, Banuel Dogaiman. I've been through it, and now I help a community of 50,000 people find the path to real healing. This podcast gives you the proven, actionable steps to rebuild your self-esteem and create a life you love. You're living your life, you're healing, you're maybe even having a good day, a day where the background music of sadness has finally faded into a comfortable silence. Then your phone buzzes. You glance down, and there it is, their name on your screen. In an instant, your heart plummets to your stomach. Your hands might even start to shake. 100 questions explode in your mind. What do they want? Why now? Do they miss me? Is this a mistake? And then comes the most powerful, most dangerous feeling of all, a sudden, confusing flicker of hope. In that moment of panic and possibility, you are at your most vulnerable. What you do in the next hour can either protect all of your healing progress or set you back for months. It is one of the highest stakes moments in your entire breakup journey. I know this because I've seen it happen to so many people. I've seen them get pulled right back into the cycle of pain and confusion by a single, low-effort text message. In that moment of pure emotional chaos, our first instinct is to react, to jump at the chance to reconnect, to ease the immediate pain of missing them. But reacting with emotion instead of responding with intention is how we give away all of our power. Today, we are going to build your strategic playbook. We are going to ensure that if this moment ever comes, you will be prepared, you will be in control, and you will make a decision that serves your healing, not their ego. And it all starts with a crucial mindset shift. The moment you see the text, your brain is going to scream one question. What do they want? This is a trap. It keeps the focus, the power, and the control entirely on them. It makes you a detective in their life story, trying to decipher their clues. We need to flip the dynamic entirely. The only question that truly matters in that moment is this: what do I want? Let's be honest and strategic for a moment about why they might be reaching out. Their text is rarely about your well-being. More often than not, it's about them. Maybe they're just feeling a bit lonely on a Sunday night and know that you're a reliable source of comfort. Maybe they're bored and looking for a familiar distraction. Maybe they feel a pang of guilt and want to send a quick "How are you?" to calm their own conscience. Or, and this is a common one, maybe they saw you looking happy on social media or heard from a mutual friend that you're doing well and their ego got a little bruised. They send a text to make sure you haven't really moved on, to see if they can still get a reaction, to confirm that you're still a backup option waiting in the wings. It is almost never because they've had a life-changing epiphany and are ready to be the partner you always needed. But here is the truth. Trying to guess their real motive is a waste of your precious energy, because ultimately, their reason doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is you, your peace, and your future. That text message is not a summons you are required to answer. It is an invitation, and you're the host of your own life, so you get to decide whether or not to even RSVP. It's time to stop being a character in their story and start being the author of yours. So, here is your 3-step strategic playbook for the moment that text arrives. Step 1. The golden pause. Do nothing. This is the most critical and non-negotiable step. The moment you see the message, you will not reply. You will put your phone down. If you have to, turn it on silent, put it in another room, or give it to a friend. You will give yourself a mandatory waiting period. I recommend a minimum of 1 hour, but preferably 24 hours. This pause is where you take your power back. When that message comes in, your emotional brain, your fight or flight response, goes into overdrive. Adrenaline starts pumping. That dangerous drug, called hope, floods your system. You are not in a state to make a clear, rational decision that is in your own best interest. The golden pause allows that initial emotional storm to pass. It gives your logical brain time to come back online. It is the single most powerful thing you can do to move from a state of panicked reaction to a place of calm, intentional response. Step 2. The clarity investigation. In the quiet space you've created with your pause, you're going to become a detective of your own feelings and the reality of your situation. You need to get brutally honest with yourself. I want you to take out a notebook and write down the answers to these questions. First, let's look at your real motive for wanting to reply. Be honest. Is it because you are feeling lonely right now? Is it because you are secretly hoping this is the moment you get back together? Is it because you want to prove to them how great you're doing, to show them you're winning the breakup? Or do you just need a hit of validation from someone you know used to give it to you? Understanding your own hidden agenda is crucial. Second, ask yourself, has anything fundamentally changed? Has this person done the deep, consistent work to address the core issues that led to the breakup in the first place? Or is this just the exact same person with the exact same problems sending a text out of boredom? 99% of the time, nothing has changed. A text message is not a sign of transformation. And third, ask, what is the most realistic best case and worst case scenario if I reply? The best case is rarely that you get back together and live happily ever after. The most realistic best case is usually a few minutes of pleasant nostalgia that quickly fades. And the worst case scenario, ripping open the wound, getting sucked back into a confusing emotional vortex, feeling foolish, and setting your healing back for weeks or even months. You must weigh these potential outcomes clearly. Step 3. The intentional decision. Now that you have done your investigation from a place of calm, you can make a conscious choice. You are no longer reacting to them. You are acting for you. You have 3 primary options. Option A is the empowered deletion. You read their message, you acknowledge the feeling it brought up, and then you delete it. You send no reply. For most people, this is the most powerful and healing option. Your silence is not a game. It is a powerful statement that says, my peace is more important than your message. I am no longer available for conversations that do not serve my future. Option B is the courteous close. This is for situations where no reply feels impossible or might create more drama. Your response here must be polite, brief, and final. It should not contain any questions or hooks that invite a longer conversation. For example, I appreciate you reaching out. I'm doing well and I wish you all the best, or good to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. That's it. It closes the door with grace and strength. Option C is the cautious conversation. This is the danger zone. This is the rarest of all options and should only be considered if you have done the deep healing work, you're crystal clear on your boundaries, and your clarity investigation has somehow proven that things have genuinely, fundamentally changed. This requires extreme caution and, frankly, is almost never the right choice in the early stages of healing. This week, your task is to prepare your strategic playbook before you ever need it. You will not be caught off guard. Your assignment is to take out a notebook and run through Step 2, the clarity investigation. Write down your honest answers to those questions right now while you are calm and clear-headed. What are your likely motives for wanting to reply? Has anything really changed? What are the real potential outcomes? This document is your new emergency plan. If that text ever comes, You won't have to think, you'll just have to read your own instructions. Remember, you're the gatekeeper of your own peace and your own healing. Their message might be a question, but your response is an answer about the standards you have for your own life. Your peace is more valuable. So, we reach to the end of another episode. As you already know, healing is a journey, and it's so much more powerful when we walk it together. If you're looking for a private, supportive space to connect with others who truly get what you're going through, to share your wins and your struggles, and to get ongoing encouragement from a community that genuinely cares, then I'd love for you to join our incredible Facebook group. You can find the direct link to join us right there in the episode description of this podcast. Just tap on that and you're in. And of course, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our upcoming episodes. Remember, you are so much stronger than you think, and your brightest days are ahead. Until next time, keep healing, keep growing,